Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the Weekender. So in this episode, we're again out at the range, the last episode, but it's kind of going to be a hodgepodge of a few different things. Main focus is going to be the G36 here, civilian version, semi-automatic. We're also going to be shooting some Tannerite, which, if you're not familiar, is some explosive material, I guess. I'll explain a little bit how that works later. And then we're also going to be shooting an Xbox 360 with a shotgun. So that'll be exciting. Like I said, most of these clips were kind of the leftovers, but it turned out that they mixed together for one pretty long episode. So like I said, this is the G36 semi-automatic civilian version. All of the plastic actually had to be done aftermarket because they don't like to sell you the weapon looking like the official military version. But the weapon was released in 1995 and it shoots the 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO round. So the weapon is what now? 10, 20 years old? Wow, I feel really old after thinking about that. But it does have the integrated sight, which is almost like a mix between an iron sight and a red dot sight. It's kind of hard to explain. You can put the secondary kind of 3 times magnification sight on top of that one, but this version didn't have that. So overall, it's a rifle that shoots 5.56 rounds. Would you take it over maybe an M16? Probably not, only because the parts are cheaper and more interchangeable on an M16 or AR-15 or whatever you want to call it. But this weapon is cool looking. It's just kind of big and bulky. Something like the FS2000 was definitely a lot more compact for the same barrel length. And I don't know. I think that this weapon doesn't necessarily have a place in a world of the AR-15 and bullpup designed rifles, but that doesn't mean it's not cool. So another thing I wanted to point out was the rounds that we were shooting. Weapons, different guns kind of handle ammunition differently. So this ammo type in particular was refilled cartridges, and what ended up happening was we were getting a few jams. And sometimes there's not enough powder in the casings. Sometimes the weapon just doesn't handle the rounds as well as other brands. But we got a couple I guess jams or whatever you'd call them. But we were only shooting plastic bottles, so we weren't in any immediate danger unless maybe someone threw the bottle at us. But I just thought it looked kind of cool in slow motion because you could actually see like the smoke coming out from the spent casings. So yeah, this is actually the G36. We didn't have one there, but I just wanted to show you because a lot of games do have the G36C, and then which the C is compact. It's the compact variant. What they do is they actually replace that big handle on top for the more conventional rail, so that way you can put other sights on it, and I think it kind of makes more sense. The barrel length is actually half as long, so I think it's only 8 inches, whereas the regular G36 has a 19-inch barrel or something around there. It's pretty close to that. But also, like I said earlier, Tannerite. So I'm just going to give you kind of a brief overview of exactly how Tannerite works. We did shoot some out there. It was only a pound though. So it starts out with ammonium nitride surrounded by aluminum powder. So as a bullet goes through this mixture, what you actually end up with is the fusion or combination with the addition of heat and pressure and friction and stuff like that, and essentially it just causes an explosion. So this explosion is pretty big depending on how much you use. We only used a pound here, and with the camera having to be so far away because I didn't want it to be near a giant explosion, the quality's not that great, and the explosion kind of doesn't look as big as it did in real life. We're probably about 150 yards out, and we were all taking turns taking shots at it. I actually had the SCAR with the sight on it, so it looks really cool when it actually did explode, but the gun that actually took it out was the G36, gunned by or manned by Mark. So he's the guy who owns all the guns. He's the expert. He's the guy that knows how to shoot, and everyone else missed. So anyways, guys, I'm just gonna leave you with some clips of us shooting an Xbox 360 with a shotgun. I had shown the previous video us shooting it with the Vector. If you want to see that, you can go check it out on my channel. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave it a like if you did enjoy, and as always, thanks for watching.
Oh. Open it up. Oh, you got to shoot the second one. Shoot the melon. No, that melon.
Green melon? Or?
No. Oh yeah, get the melon close one, yeah.
Yep.
What the hell?
Where did it hit?
This is the case. Oh, it's just pellets.
Oh, they didn't even go through.
No.
Yeah.
So you would have, Chris, if you were hiding behind that Xbox, you'd have been alive.
Let's try it.
Here, Chris, hold it over your head.
Duct tape.